we go. We're live, folks. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 1 of the Songwriters Circle Series here at Light of Day, Canada. It was a great first year. We're going to do a little look back in a few minutes, but we're going to start the show with, or start the season, I should say, with these three great singer-songwriters. We got Anthony Abrascato from right here in Niagara Falls, Frankie Peter Angelo from Niagara Falls, Ontario, and Dave Rave. He's kind of a Niagara Falls guy, but he's from Hamilton, Ontario. So that's our first episode lineup, folks. It's going to be a fantastic show tonight. All of these guys have been part of Light of Day at some point in the past, quite a bit. Some of them have done a few shows. I know Anthony DiCarlo is on the show with Dave Rave. He's been a big part of Light of Day over the years, and appreciate all he's done. So these guys are no strangers to Light of Day, and I appreciate them coming on and sharing their songs and stories with us. I want to give a big shout out to Charles Harrison. Charles, his father's foundation, Wingate Arts Limited, they're out in BC. They've been a big sponsor of Light of Day Canada for the last several years. Actually, they're a number one sponsor. And his father passed away of Parkinson's many years ago. So Parkinson's is near and dear to his heart, this Light of Day Canada and Light of Day down in New Jersey. And I appreciate you sponsoring our artists tonight. Our money goes to the Steve Ledzik Foundation and the Niagara Health Foundation, the Walker Family Cancer Center. This year's been kind of tough with no show, so we've been doing our shows and giving what we can. Really appreciate it. Tonight, if you get a chance, I know things are tight out there, and I know not everybody's working, but if you can get a chance, if you do get a chance, and you can donate a few dollars, $5, $10, whatever you have, we'd really appreciate it. This is all we're doing, and we do want to give to those two organizations that we mentioned, and I really appreciate everything everybody's done over the years. We were really excited at the beginning of January. We had finally booked a big act again, but way in advance. It's never happened to us. So we thought we had all these months to plan and get ready for the Meridian Center in November. We had Tim Hicks, Niagara Region's own Tim Hicks. It was going to be a great show. I think we would have knocked it out of the park and made a lot of money for both of our organizations. Unfortunately, that hasn't happened, and it'll happen. But in the meantime, we're doing these shows to keep the awareness up. But we do have a show planned. We're working on something new. So stay tuned to Light of Day Canada on our Facebook page. You'll find out soon that there is something big coming in December. I want to take a little look back. Now, one of the things, we use a program called StreamYard for our streaming. It's fantastic. These people have been listening to all the changes that we need, and we're getting better and better. Hey, did you notice the new set? This is what we did over the last 3 or 4 weeks that we were out. We built this new set. Look, you got Bobby Mahoney, you got Jason Heath, Danny. Maybe one day we'll get Anthony DiCarlo's picture up there. What do you think, Frankie? Okay, maybe not. Anyways, so we got a new set, new season. We're all excited, but I want to take a look back. One of the things that StreamYard has allowed us to do is create videos and put videos into our programs, which is fantastic. So, DANIMA, I want to thank, first of all, DANIMA Creative Group. Connor is our young designer. Connor Sider is fantastic. He does all of our design for these shows and for all the graphics and for social media and so on. So I want to thank him. He put together this little look back on season 1. So here's a little I'm back. 4 amazing shows. Season 1 was fantastic. We had a few, we had a few hiccups along the way, some sound issues, but we've been working on all of that. We've been working with StreamYard, but we've been working with the artists to make sure that the sound quality is good, that the camera work is good. And those 4 shows were fantastic. The finale with Joe Durso was a dynamite show, was very well attended. Like tonight's show, I see quite a few people out there. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I appreciate those who donated. Again, I know these are tough times, and hopefully you guys look up these artists. And you follow them on IG and Facebook, and you can donate where you can to the tip jars and so on to keep these guys going, because it's been a tough go during COVID. And that's the other thing. We wanted to get these people, some of these great artists who've helped us over the years. We wanted to get them back out there in front of everybody, make a few dollars. It's not a lot of money. They're not getting rich on our show, but it's a few bucks in their pocket, and I appreciate all they've done to. And if you're one of those spell check people, yes, I caught that we spelled total wrong on the one slide. I'm going to give Connor hell in the morning. There was an O in there somehow. I don't know how I got in there. I'm sure Jamie, who's watching from Pittsburgh, went, "Hey, there's a spelling mistake." I'll tell her. She catches me all the time. I'm bad that way. So anyways, enough about me. Enough about what happened prior to. We've got a great show coming up. Season 1 is in the book. Season 2 starts now. We've got some great singers, songwriters. I want to thank this first guest. I'm going to bring him on right now. Anthony Abrascato. Anthony, up until yesterday, didn't know he was on our show. We had a few changes, and Frankie said to me, "Why don't you call Anthony?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I never thought. Yeah, I'll get Anthony." I called him right away, jumped on, and said yes, that he would do it. He'd fill in, and he's not a fill-in because he's a great songwriter in his own. I think he's played. He's told me every single bar in Niagara over the years. He's been in Heads Up Lincoln. No stranger to Light of Day. He's played several Light of Day shows. There he is with Anthony DeCarlo many years ago. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Anthony Abrascato. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, what's going on? How are you?
Listen, I really appreciate you pitching in and doing this. We were going to get you eventually, but you got on a little bit earlier.
Hey, it's perfect. I appreciate you having me.
And I think we're streaming live on your music page, right?
Yes, Anthony Abrascato Music is just the music page. So I think, this stream is also live on there too.
That's right. So you're there. We're on Light of Day Canada, and I threw it on mine too in case anybody wants to watch. Dude. So thanks, Anthony. I got to bring on one of your buddies. So our next artist tonight. Now this guy definitely is not a stranger to Light of Day. He's been with us with Hearts and Sound, with Mad Hatters. He's done stuff on his own. Frankie, Peter, Angelo. I was trying to think of what to say about Frank. I mean, Frank's been in the Mad Hatters for 24 years, but one of the things I've been watching his show, Isolation Station, and I catch it here and there. I think it's Mondays and Thursdays. It could be wrong, but it pops up on my screen, and I'll put it on. Frankie can play anything. He literally can play any song. I've never. Well, actually, we have a guy coming on in 2 weeks, Jake Thistle. He's kind of the same. It's very impressive. Whether it's piano, guitar, he can play pretty well anything you ask him. He knows it. He can play it. Like I said, he played Light of Day several times. There he is teaching me how to play piano. Look at that beautiful bald head. That's why I wear a hat, Frankie. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, the great Frankie Peter Angelo. How are you doing, buddy?
Hi, David. How are you, buddy? Looking good.
Frankie, I'm serious. I've never seen a guy who can play any song. Like I watch your show, Isolation State, and like somebody will say, "Play this by Petty." Oh yeah, no problem. Play this by Springsteen. Yeah, no problem. And then it's how do you do it?
Little do they know that sometimes I cheat because I got my another device beside me. Looking up the words. Well, lyrics are something that you really can't cheat with. You kind of got to look it up. But with songs, I mean, Dave, you know what, man? I've been doing it so long that you realize that songs in popular music follow a lot of times the same formulas. So it's just and you know what? Most of the time I'm guessing my way through it anyway, and sometimes it turns out good and sometimes it turns out bad. So but I really enjoy the challenge though of trying something that I don't totally know that well, just because it kind of challenges me as a musician, you know.
Well, it was funny because I caught you the first time I caught you, and I'm like, he's like in his garage, I think.
Yeah,
he's exactly in his garage. And then it was like it was great. It's a great look. It's so you. So it was
raw. It's raw, right?
Yeah, and it was great. You did something during COVID, which we will talk about in a few minutes.
Yeah.
But I want to bring on our next guest. Now, this guy here played our Light of Days early on. I think Light of Day 1 and 2. He might have been a part of one of the others. But I will tell you that when Dave got on stage, Dave Rave, with Joe Durso to do Let's Shake, it was probably one of the most memorable. We've done 11 shows. It was one of the most memorable shows or memorable songs I've ever that ever happened during our shows. I loved it. It's a highlight. Joe Durso still talks about it. But you may know him from the Shakers, from the Dave Rave group, from Dave Rave Conspiracy, as well as you know him from here at Teenage Head in the 80s, and now they're back together again. So I've been excited all day. There was a couple moments where we didn't know if he was going to be on. We started a little late, but we got it. Anthony's got him. And he's going to be accompanied by this guy here, Anthony DiCarlo. Anthony was a big part of Light of Day, especially at the beginning, but he's always been helpful. He's played with the Mad Hatters, done solo stuff. He played with my son once and helped him out at the, I don't know if it was the Blue Rodeo or the Southside Johnny, either way, or Steve Earle actually show. So Anthony's no stranger. They've played together with Dave Rave in the past at Light of Day. All these guys have played our shows before, and I really appreciate them coming out. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring up Anthony DiCarlo and Dave Rave from Teenage Head. How are you, sir?
Doing great. Glad to be here. How are you, Anthony?
Fantastic.
Good, good. This is an exciting time for me to be with these guys and perform with them.
Now, you guys have all played together, right, in the past?
I think so. In every incarnation, we've I know we've had Lapierre on drums. We've had
here we go.
It's been great, man. We've done it all here, gang.
Listen, for those of you who might be a little confused tonight, you're going to hear a lot of hockey names.
Don't worry about it.
It has taken me 2 to 3 weeks to figure out what the hell they're doing, but I got it now. You know. But one thing I want to bring up, guys, I want to bring up something because for those of you watching online. These guys type in code, so there'll be something going on in a comment, and they'll be like, "Well, Steve Shutt says thank you," and then it'll be like, well, and you're like, "What?" So one thing that I've noticed though, there's no tenders. I'm an old goalie. Nobody ever says Kenny Dryden or Mike Palmatier. Like, what's going on?
What do you think?
Well, to be honest with you, it's not even it's not even subject only to hockey. There's some baseball players in there as well. Variety of old. I think it's just the quicker that you can think of a rare old sports name, a rare old funny sounding sports name is the best. Is the best way to do it.
It is hilarious. I mean, I just watch you guys go back and forth. I tried to stick in a couple of myself, because I'm a lot older than most of you, so I can come up with some of the old ones.
All righty. Well, we're no Bernie Perrants,
Hey, Bernie from the phone. You had to bring up my most hated team, but thanks, Raver. So, guys, for those people that are watching, because I know there'll be a lot of fans of the Mad Hatters and the Teenage Head and Heads Up Lincoln and Anthony Abrascato, I know a lot of your friends will be watching. The premise of the show is anybody ever came to our first couple shows, we did Songwriters circles at the beginning with Light of Day. We actually had Ronnie Sexsmith in our first show, and Dean McTaggart came out, the guy that wrote for Amanda Marshall on our second show, and they were fun. And you go down to Light of Day, Jersey now. I know Anthony DiCarlo. Raver, have you been to Jersey?
Yes, I have.
You have, right? And times, Frankie? Yeah.
I did 1 year. I did 1 year there. Yeah.
I got pictures of you. What about you, Ant?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I never played at the Jersey, but I've been to New Jersey.
But have you been to Light of Day?
Not the one in New Jersey, no.
Okay, well, they have a lot of Songwriters circles, and the best day is on the Sunday. You go on the Sunday afternoon, and there's stuff in the afternoon, and then at night at McClune's. It's phenomenal. And I've always been a big fan of Songwriters, and I love lyrics. And Frankie plays one of my favorites all the time. He's always playing Jackson Browne. I mean, that's where I fell in love with lyrics. It was Jackson Browne. I'm a huge Springsteen fan, but it was Jackson Browne's lyrics when I was a kid that you just couldn't beat. So I like this idea, and we thought, well, let's do something for Light of Day. And we got into the streaming stuff. My son was doing a streaming show, and Frankie does a great show, Isolation Station. Oh, before I forget, and I don't want to forget this, only because I made a really nice graphic. Frankie was doing Isolation Station. Now, he's probably going to talk about it at some point, but I want to give my props and kudos to Frankie for all he did. He was doing this on Monday and Thursdays, and I don't know if you guys can see my little hat. I pointed to the right direction. This green screen thing's killing me. So this is how much he raised selling hats. Now I got the Unity one last week, and it's the least I could do because I couldn't believe how much he had raised. $4,400 for Pastone mental health. That's phenomenal, Frankie. Great job. I got to tell you, that's just fantastic job. Good work.
Dave, I appreciate it, man. All I can say about it is that it started out as a little idea to try and maybe throw some money back to a good cause that we believed in. We thought we'd sell probably 30 or 40 hats. We ended up selling 488. So it just goes to show you that I think a lot of people believe in that cause as well. And people will pitch in when they know the cause is worthy. So I have to thank the people that have bought the hats too.
I mean, you gave him this beautiful hat too, right?
Yeah,
So now you got this really nice hat. It's a cool hat. It's a little high for me. It's a trucker hat. You know, I'm old. I like them, curved.
I got a big head and it fits me perfect. So,
but hey, great job with that. So I did want to bring that up. So the way this show works, for those of you just tuning in, is we play. It'll go just like our regular circle. One guy will play. And then the next guy, and then we'll go back for round 2. Then I come back, and then back for round 3 and 4. So that's the way it's going to go. So I'm leaving because you're not here for me. You're here for these 3 guys to listen and to songs and stories that these guys wrote. They're all going to be originals. Anthony, you're helping out Dave there.
Yes.
Got a great sound. Now, Anthony's been kind enough to donate space there at Niagara Rock Academy. That's why we were a little late, because the guy just works. He burns the midnight oil. He's always working, and he couldn't kick the kids out, right?
He works so hard. He works so hard, guys.
Yeah,
so hard.
Hardest worker in the business.
Slaving away.
I will tell those of you that are tuned in, there may be some ball busting. Can I use that? Oh, yeah, we're on the internet.
I think Frank's been milking the system for about 11 months now. Going strong.
Okay, play your songs. We'll ball bust. You guys can beat up on each other later. So listen, guys, have a good show. You know the routine. Now, don't forget, Anthony and Dave, you don't have to worry about this because you're using a mixing board, because you guys aren't. Don't forget to click that button before you play. And don't worry if people see you clicking the button, because it doesn't happen.
Alrighty.
Hey, have a good show, guys. I really appreciate you guys coming out. It's an honor to have you.
Thanks, David.
Have fun.
All right.
Cool.
Are you ready? You ready, Anthony?
Yeah. Am I starting?
Yeah, I think we
right?
start off, right? Okay,
Yeah.
Go ahead. Come on, Anthony. Give us some love.
All right. So I'm going to start off with one that I wrote called "Where Did I Go." It's a song about something that I've been going through called depersonalization for the last year or so. It's sort of an anxiety-based condition. Kind of makes you feel like you're out to lunch all the time, kind of like, in a dream, disconnected from stuff. So it's a really frustrating sort of thing, and it's been a bit of a challenge, but this is a song that I wrote about it, and it goes like this. Standing here, can you hear my voice loud and clear? Am I just a figment of my mind, or do I really have a soul inside? You can't tell, but everything ain't fine. Feels like I'm living in a stranger's mind. But when I look into the mirror, I see it's an imposter staring back at me. Oh, where did I go? It's like a picture show. Oh, where did I go? Where'd I go? Disconnected, this misconception's an abomination. People living and walking, making me feel alienated. There's just no way that you can feel like this and get on with it. They'll tell you just pretend it don't exist, like you don't own it. Oh, where did I go? show. Oh, where did I go? Where'd I go? Yeah, so there's that one. I'm going to throw it over to my buddy Frankie P.
That was a great song, man. That was awesome.
Thanks, man.
Really cool. I know Abs and I have been talking quite a bit about some of the stuff he's been going through these days, and having gone through some similar stuff, trying to give him a hand, and we've been talking quite a bit about it. So that song, I know that it's pretty meaningful to Anthony. So that was great, man. Before I start, I see some really familiar names that I want to shout out here in the chat. Jamie and Johnny G in Pittsburgh. It's been so long since I've seen you guys, but I love those people. They are like American family to us, especially when we kind of got the Late of Day stuff going. So love you guys. Jamie, it's been so long. You're honestly one of the sweetest people I've ever met. And I just see your comments on here, so I just wanted to say hey. And also some local people that are watching as well, Louis Spatz and some of the rest of you. John Nav, you guys are awesome for checking this out. So I'm going to start off with this. I thought it'd be appropriate to start off with one of the first songs that I ever wrote. I think I wrote this when I was about 19 years old. It's called All the Way Back Home. And at the time, I was really into, well, I guess I'm always into the beat. And Barb too. Barb, hey, what's up, Barb? I can't leave Barb out. At the time, I was into the Beatles and more importantly, Paul McCartney. And McCartney has written a few songs with the same sort of finger-picking acoustic feel that was really influencing me at the time. So I wanted to sort of emulate that sort of feel with this song, All the Way Back Home, that I wrote. Recorded it. It was the first song I ever recorded at the studio with Paul Gigliotti. And the song is about, it's just a fictional story about somebody who was unlucky in love. And it's just a song about love, and it's called All the Way Back Home. So I think I'm playing the right one. Because Dave, oh, there we go. Yeah, put it at the bottom. Okay, this is All the Way Back Home. Probably 20-year-old song. When she was young, she dreamed of meeting someone she could love. She thought the day she found you, you were sent from up above. Surely it was heaven you came from. Now things have changed. She never thought that you'd forget her name. She cries herself to sleep at night. She thinks that she's to blame. It's miserable in the stormy Monday rain. All the way back home, once again she finds herself alone. She wonders where she lost you while walking on her own. All the way back home. She knows for sure the next time love comes knocking at her door, she'll turn the chance away, 'cause love don't live there anymore. She's lost the one that she was living for. All all the way back home. Once again she finds herself alone. She wonders where she lost you while walking on her own, all the way back home. All the way back home. Once again she finds herself alone. She wonders where she lost you while walking on her own, all the way back home. All the way back home. Yeah, that's all the way back home. It's an old song. It almost feels strange still playing it because I wrote it so long ago. But like I said, it's an old one. Going to turn it over to my great friend Dave Rave to take it over from here.
And we got our friend here, Mr. Anthony DiCarlo, joining me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Well, anyhow,
I think that's just when you became a Beatles fan when you were 19, eh? I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Anyhow, it says wait. It'll say "Weight of the World" as the next song that on our list. But actually, we're going to do one, and I know Frankie knows this one's called "Madeleine Says." So we made a last-minute audible call, and it's written. And I'm very happy that the Mad Hatters did a version of this.
That's right. We did do a cover version of it.
Yeah.
Great song.
Okay, shall we?
Absolutely.
1, 2, 3, 4. See the way that she moves, see her diamond mood, all the things that you do that break your heart. It's what you get. Madeleine says, Madeleine says, Madeleine says that nothing will ever bring her down to earth. She can read all the signs like she read your mind. When she's finished with you, she reads you too. It's what you get. Madeleine says, Madeleine says, Madeleine says that nothing will ever bring her down to earth, and she'll show you a feeling, and she'll feed you alive. It's true, and she'll send you a postcard once you read between the lines. Okay, we go. Madeleine says, Madeleine says, Madeleine says that nothing will ever bring her down. Madeleine says, Madeleine says, Madeleine says that nothing will ever bring her down. Madeleine, Madeleine, Madeleine says, Madeleine, Madeleine, Madeleine says, Madeleine, Madeleine, Madeleine says, Madeleine, Madeleine, Madeleine says.
Hey, we can't hear you. You're muted.
Is that better? Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So I was saying that I remember when I was in high school, Mad Hatters were like my heroes. I wanted to just, do what they did and stuff like that. Thought they were the coolest guys ever. And I remember they put out that song Madeleine Says, and I thought it was their song, and I liked it a lot back then. So that's a great tune. Okay, so I'm gonna play one now called Dave. What am I doing next? Lay It on the Line? I actually forget. Yeah, so I'm gonna do one called Lay It on the Line. This is Feel Like a Man. Never mind, I'll do that one. So this one I wrote last year, or maybe 2 years ago now. It was kind of when the whole Me Too movement sort of was coming around. So I wanted to kind of write something from the perspective of like a woman in an abusive relationship and kind of bring some light to that sort of thing. So so I wrote this one called Feel Like a Man. She walks along with her head held high, long sleeves, long dress in the month of July. It's all a dream, but she keeps walking. She tells herself it's gonna be alright. It's gotta be my fault, should have been a better wife. But I know he loves me just the same. But when she falls to the ground, she screams and cries out loud. Does it make you feel like a man when she's covered in blood and she can barely stand? The bruises fade, but the pain just don't leave her. Do you feel like a king inside when she's covering up the bruises on her eyes? The bruises fade, but the pain just don't leave her. She's beaten down, but she's not giving up. She's gonna make you happy. He's gonna be the man she's always dreamed of. She's gonna fix you, she's gonna make you right. She's gonna make you a daddy in time. She's gonna give you everything for nothing. But when she falls to the ground, she screams and cries out loud. Does it make you feel like a man when she's covered in blood and she can barely stand? The bruises fade, but the pain just don't leave her. Do you feel like a king inside when she's covering up the bruises on her eyes? You tell her that you're everything she wanted. Does it make you feel like a man when she's covered in blood and she can barely stand? The bruises fade, but the pain just don't leave her. Do you feel like a king inside when she's covering up the bruises on her eyes? You tell her that you're everything she wanted. so that one's Feel Like a Man. I'm going to throw it over to Frankie P.
Wow, Abs, that was another great song, man. That was great.
Cheers,
Great
brother.
lyrics, great tunes, man.
Thank you, man.
This is also a fun experience because I get to hear some tunes I've never heard before. That was great. I just want to take a quick second before I dive into my next tune, just to talk about Raver and really what he means to not only to me but our group of friends, our group of guys. I think it was quite fitting that Dave Rotella asked us to be on the show together, myself and with Anthony DiCarlo and Dave Rave. Years and years ago, when we were young bucks, we met Dave through Mark Rogers and the LMT Connection guys. And shortly after that, I moved out to New York City in Manhattan for about 6 months. Dave was living out there as well, and we really got close. And to be honest with you, a brotherhood, I think, was born, and it was so fun to hang out with Dave. And I think most of you who know who Dave is, Dave Rave is, he just has such an incredible energy about him. He completely takes over a room, and it's not intentional. It's more because of just the way he is naturally and genuine, and he's so easy to love. And we wrote a lot of great songs together, and it was just an amazing experience. So we formed a bond at that point in my life that I think will never be broken, and it's just a pleasure to get to play some songs on here with him tonight. And every time we get together and catch up, we always have so many laughs. So Raver, I just want to tell you I love you, man. And okay, so my next song is this song called Mr. Mother. I wrote this song, this was on the Hearts and Sounds record that we put out in 2010. Hearts and Sounds was basically a band that was derived out of the Mad Hatters. Mad Hatters is always known as a local cover band, but Hearts and Sounds was basically the same members of the Mad Hatters, but it was an original project of all original songs, which is why we gave it a different name. But this song was on it. I wrote this song at a pivotal time in my life. I was about 27 years old, and I was moving out with my girlfriend at the time, who's now my wife. But it was the first time I left home, and I mean, us Italian boys, we love our moms. So I wrote this song, kind of a tribute to my mom, and how much she meant to me throughout my life, and how I was about to leave the nest, if you will. But how I just would never forget the things that she had done for me to that point. And the reason why I called it Mr. Mother is because it kind of, when you're writing songs, sometimes you want to create a situation where other people can relate to it. So Mr. Mother could be, somebody in your life could be a father or a cousin or an aunt, uncle, grandparent that means that much to you. Everybody has that one person in their life that they gravitate towards and give credit to becoming the person that they are. So that's why I called it Mr. Mother, because it may mean something different to you. But for me, it was my mom. So this is a song called Mr. Mother, and I wrote it about my mom. Here we go. Hey, Mr. Mother, can you help me? It seems I've lost my way. Another day older. No, it's getting colder. I hate to leave here, but it's time to break away. And I've come to say that I've been made into who I am today, because you showed me the way. I wish I knew now, or what I'll know later. And I may falter, and I may come undone. But Mr. Mother, I'll never forget where I came from. And I've come to say that I've been made into who I am today, because you showed me the way. I guess I was wrong. I thought it'd be easier on my own. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought it'd be easier on my own. Oh, and I've come to say that I was raised into who I am today, because you showed me the way. That was Mr. Mother. Turn it over to my good friend Raver and Anthony DiCarlo for another great song.
Man, thank you. Thank you. Those words are beautiful. Thank you, Frankie. Thank you. And it's great. So one of the things about COVID-19 for me was having this time to ourselves, not touring, not going around the world, and not and so we had a time to do some new recording in Hamilton. A friend of mine, Glenn Marshall, has a studio called The Cotton Factory, where a lot of people have recorded. And and the guitar player who works there, Mark Foley, invited me to come and do some recording there. And I gathered some guys who aren't working, Jack Siprick from the Trews, and my cousin Claude DeRoche, who plays in the Shakers and a lot of different projects, blues projects and rockabilly projects. So we just got together. I had a couple of tunes lying around, and we wrote an album in the meantime. So I'll do one of the tunes. Try it for you. If you have your first time playing it in this situation, it's called "Falling Together" in an Eastern Seaboard station. Okay, so we'll give it a shot, right? Right,
Let's
Anthony?
do it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
1, 2, 3, 4. In the middle of a field, in the middle of a day, with the skies of gold on the bale of hay, in the Eastern Seaboard Station. I watch you as you step, as you pirouette, while the water's red, while we shade our breath, in the Eastern Seaboard Station. We're falling together, this moment we'll treasure, this windy September, our love is forever. It's a wild ride while the wheels glide round the railroad, round the streets are cold in the Eastern Seaboard Station. There's a silver thread on the hat on your head as I watch you there, as we laugh and stare in the Eastern Seaboard Station. We're falling together, This moment we'll treasure. Now and forever, I'll always remember. In the middle of a field, in the middle of a day, upon a cross of gold, behind the streets of hay, in the eastern seaboard station. We're falling together, this moment we'll treasure. Now and forever, I'll always remember. We're falling together, this moment we'll treasure. This windy September, our love is forever.
Wow, guys, that was fantastic. I'm going to bring everybody on. I think I may do this selfishly. Maybe that's the only reason I'm doing this. So I can sit at my house and listen to great songwriters for an hour and a half. It's a free concert for me. This is incredible. Guys, your writing is beautiful. Now, I don't want you to think I've never heard your stuff. Like I got Hearts and Sounds right here.
Wow, there it is.
So does John Navarro. I got a little bit of Dave Rave right here.
Oh, yeah.
And look at this, a classic. I was digging these out while you guys were playing. Oh, my God. A little Madeleine Says on there. You guys called
What's on that? What's on that one right there?
Waiting Time.
Waiting Time.
I don't know if you can see it. Waiting Time.
Wow.
What the heck?
Right?
Amazing.
I got a signed. Hey, my son's got a signed copy from you guys too. So we got it on now. Anthony, Abs, we need an album so that I can hold up yours next. But I see John Navaroli's on, and he said he's got this one up on his top shelf. So
Nav, my man.
I think we need to get Nav on. What do you think?
Oh,
Nav's got to come on.
Right?
He's got. He taught us all, man.
Right?
100%.
He taught us all.
Absolutely.
Hey, I got my first sound system when I DJ'd from him. And we used to go to his house. Oh, yeah, way back. I mean, you're talking 80. Oh, my God, 83. That's how old I am.
They don't call him the professor for no reason.
The professor. Now, Frankie, how's it look? I got it on. It's a little too big for me.
David, it looks fantastic on you, man. I don't know why you're complaining about the fit. It looks like it fits perfect, buddy.
All I know is that you guys weren't on earlier. Anthony was on, and Anthony Abs was on, and I was showing him why I wear a hat because there's a light above me, and you guys don't want it. Like with the glare, it would kill you. You guys it would kill you all. Guys, listen. Every song has been, you guys hit it out of the park. I mean, the song about your mother is incredible. Raver, everything you do, Raver, is fantastic. I love your music.
Thank you.
And Anthony, I did not realize you write songs that well. It's just it's a pleasure to listen to you guys. So thank you. Now I need to do a little bit of housekeeping. I've been putting stuff up during the show. Even though you guys called an audible and threw me for a loop, but I got it. I figured it out after.
Oh, thank you. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. It gives me something to do back here, right? I'm just sitting here listening. So the reason we do this show,
It wouldn't be a Light of Day show if you don't do a Bruce Dance. He literally changes the first song of the set on the way to the stage.
True,
yeah. No, it's true. You gotta call those audibles, right? You gotta feel out the crowd.
Someone had to do it.
What, Dave? What happened? You were feeling out the crowd?
Oh, I was feeling the Bruce inside me.
You know what happened? He was fine for a bit, and then he took his mask off, and he says, "No, it's got to be Madeleine."
Oh my God!
Hey, just so you know, I wore mine because I knew you were coming. I brought mine, my Red Sox one.
We're
not getting into that online. We're not getting into that online.
No, absolutely not.
But listen, I do want to say a few thank yous. Frankie, thank you for pointing out a lot of those people that are watching. That's great. I like to give shout outs to. So that was a lot of our usual suspects are here and a lot of new people. So for the new people, hopefully you guys come out every 2 weeks because Ronnie LaSalle is watching and Ronnie's going to be part of our next episode. Ronnie is an amazing singer-songwriter. He's in Chicago part-time, Niagara Falls, New York part-time, but a brilliant songwriter who's played Light of Day, and he's on there saying how great you guys are as songwriters. So every week you're going to hear excellent songwriters. Whether you know them or not, you come on and you'll be blown away. We have not. Everybody that's been on has just killed it. So those of you that are new to the show, come out in 2 weeks. We'll be talking about that later on in the show. But I want to thank Charles Harrison once again and Wingate's Art Limited for sponsoring our artists. Put a few dollars in their pockets. I really appreciate it. And if you do have a few extra bucks, folks, if you can slip on over to Light of Day Canada /donate and drop a couple dollars in the coffee, I'd really appreciate it. We've raised a little bit of money, $650. It's not a ton, but it helps, and it'll help us keep this thing going. Now, we've had great sponsors to help the artists so we can do this, but the more we make, the more we can do, and hopefully we can get ourselves ready for the big show in December.
Dave, can I cut you off for 1 sec?
You can, my friend.
I'd like to give a shout out to Dave Rave. I'm not sure if any guests have done this yet, but the amazing job that Dave does in support of Light of Day, and all the timeless and tireless hours that he works to set these types of things up. And ladies and gentlemen, remember, it's all for charity. So this is time he's donating of his own. Stand-up guy, and I think we should give some credit to Dave Rave tonight. So you can take back over your show now, Dave. But I had to throw that in there.
Listen, I totally appreciate. Go ahead, Dave.
David, may I second that? Thank you.
I totally appreciate it, but there's no need. It's when I look at Light of Day, and I know there's a lot of great people watching from Light of Day, Jamie and Danny and Barb and Patty Pappas and everybody that comes out and they support. But it's those folks. Look at Evan. He's
nice.
Evan's working the comments, by the way. He's in the other room.
He's a homer.
Yeah, that's right. He's got to cheer for Dad. I figure I cheer for him enough, right? Not that you guys ever see me post about him on Facebook, but the whole idea about Light of Day is it's the artists who have donated their time. Doesn't matter what we do if we don't have great people like you guys. You guys donate your time. You guys have done so much for us. Like I said, over the years, Anthony has donated sound equipment and so much. You guys have donated your time. And the people that come out to the shows, not just the paying ones, but the ones that are coming out like tonight too, right? It's awareness. Bob Benjamin, this is how it all got started. Bob Benjamin down in New Jersey. And I won't get into the whole story. You can go to lightofday.org and hear more about him. But, if it wasn't, it's probably Jameson, right, Jamie? Bob actually told me one time, it's not about the money you raise, it's about the awareness. You want awareness. So Parkinson's disease, it took Charles's father, Charles Harrison. It took my father-in-law, or sorry, my grandfather-in-law, my wife's grandfather, and so many people we know. Donnie Robillard used to come to all our shows. He passed away of Parkinson's, and we've now started donating to the Walker Cancer Clinic. I lost my dad, but it's all the people that lost somebody to cancer or going through it. We got a great friend, Frankie Spatz. He's battling. He's doing unbelievable. And I always send a shout out to Frankie. God bless him. So we want you around for a lot longer, Frankie. You just keep plugging away, buddy. And we do these shows for guys like him. Frankie's sitting at home with a big glass of Diet Coke and smiling right now. I know he is. So this one's for you. And I also want to send a shout out to Spanky, who passed away today. Old friend of ours. So hey, listen. I don't want this to be a downer. I just want to tell you that's where the money's going. That's what we're trying to do, and that's why if you can donate, I'd really, really appreciate it. And now I got to go because again, it's not about me. It's about these four guys here, and I'm dying to hear the rest of the show. So I will see you guys after round 4. It's I'm going to leave it back up to you, Mr. Rave. You're in charge. You're the elder statesman. So
hopefully Anthony DiCarlo's still awake by then, but we'll see.
Actually, yeah,
well, he's got to work tomorrow, Frankie.
Yeah,
he works. Remember.
We'll see. Hopefully,
my bedtime alarm will be going off soon, so we'll see.
I'll leave you guys.
I just saw posted a lovely lady who I talked to today, talking about Parkinson. One of we all perform shows all our lives, all of us musicians here. But there's some people that stand out, the audience, and Bob Bendez we lost him to Parkinson just the other day, and he was a massive Teenage Head fan. Went to every show that he could do, but he also went to anything that he loved, all music. It was just an amazing guy. He every time I saw him, he gave me a gift. I'm gonna miss him immensely. So just to add on what we were saying, how important this stuff is with Parkinson and what this great cause is. So Bob Benjamin. But we'd like to now hand it off over to Anthony. He's been doing such a great job. I know he's got another great tune. Come on, Anthony, do it.
Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I just wanted to second what those guys were saying. You know, where I know I can probably speak for all these guys when I say that we're super excited and proud to be part of anything that has to do with Light of Day and raising money for Parkinson's disease. You know, it's an awful thing, and if anything we can do to try and raise some awareness and money, and you know, play some music, then you know that's it's a good thing. So I'm gonna do one now called "Lay It on the Line." This one makes my mom sad. So, Mom, I don't know if you're watching, but if you're watching, maybe you come back in 5 minutes. This is about something that happened about maybe 10 years ago now. I was like 18. It has to do with my parents' divorce, and it was a tough time in my life. So I used songwriting as a way to deal with that, and the song was born out of it. So I swear this is my last sad song. The next one's not sad. Anyway, it's called "Lay It on the Line." Heartbreak, it's a wonder to me. I've been locked up for so long. Won't you save me, yeah, from this hell? Get me out of this dream. I can't fight this one anymore. So lay it on the line. Will you, girl, That's called Lay It on the Line. I'm going to throw it over to Frankie P again.
That was awesome again, Abs. Wow. Another great one. You could tell that one is pretty heavy for you to play. But really impressed with your tunes, man. Awesome. Awesome job. Before I play my next song really quickly, those of you who watch the Isolation Station show, you guys know that I like to talk a lot. So I'll try to keep it quick. I'd like to give a special shout out tonight, very, very special shout out to Lou Spatafor. I missed his birthday on Saturday, and I feel terrible about it. His brother Frankie, who I love dearly as well, reached out. They tried to set up a little concert. We already had something booked with the band. I couldn't make it down there. My plan was to head down after. Then my kid wasn't feeling well. Long story short, I had to miss the party. So Lou, I really wish I could have been there, man, to celebrate your birthday live. But I guess it's a little bit of consolation that I'm dedicating this one to you tonight for not being able to be there. But I promise I will be there next time, 100%. And obviously, this one's for Lou and for Frankie Spatz. Lou, I love you, buddy. Frankie, I love you too, man. You guys are two amazing people. Such big fans of music. Lou, you've been such a supporter of the Isolation Station show, and I can't thank you enough. So moving on, this song, this is also on the Hearts and Sounds record that came out in 2010 that we released. We decided to, it was a solo song of mine, but we decided to include it on the record as a hidden track at the very end. It comes right after a song that actually we wrote with Dave Rave called Hold On, which is the last track on the record. And then this one sort of ends the record off. It's called House in the Sky. The record is the Hearts and Sounds record is actually still out there on Apple Music and Spotify if you wanted to check it out. Some of these songs, the live versions, the record versions. This song is called House in the Sky. The song actually is about exactly what it sounds like. It's about building a house in the sky, obviously figuratively speaking, metaphorically, when you want to get away from your problems and kind of run away. We all feel like that sometimes, don't we? Things are getting heavy and you just want to escape. And this song, I've always been a huge fan of like the atmosphere and imagining being in the clouds and living in the clouds and fairy tale stuff like that. So I decided to write a song about escaping all my problems and building a house up in the sky where no one would bother me. So this is called House in the Sky. I'm gonna build myself a house in the sky. I'm seeking out a cloud where I can live my life. Take vacations to the different stars and never have to worry about a thing. In this world where I will be king. And I think I'll make the season spring. And when I'm feeling down, all I've got to do is sing. I'm gonna build myself a house on the moon. At night I'll watch the starlight while it's shining through. Never have to feel pain or sorrow, 'cause there's no one else who lives in my sky. Yes, there's nobody to make me cry. And I'll never have to ask myself why. No hellos, no goodbyes, no goodbyes. Life is what you make of it, and it's what you take from it, and I can't seem to find my feet. Don't ever lie to your heart, 'cause in the end you'll always see. If I build myself a house on a star, and all I'll need to bring with me is my guitar to strum the chords of happiness forevermore. Never have to worry about a thing in this world where I will be king. And I'll never have to ask myself why. No hellos, no goodbyes, no goodbyes. That was House in the Sky. Turning it back over to Raver for his third song.
All right. Thank you, Frankie. And I'm going to dedicate this one to you, one particularly one, because I've heard you do this tune. And also for you, Anthony, for you guys when I first came here. The Mad Hatters took care of me pretty good when I needed inspiration. So I made an album that came out, and it came out in Russia only in 1990-91, called Valentino's Pirates. And it's been reissued different times on Bullseye Records here in Canada, in the States. It's been reissued in New Jersey and label, and now it's in Spain. But this tune was the one that sort of started it all off, and it's called Farmer Needs Rain. Way back in history, I can't even see the faces of those sweet pretenders, sly defenders. I remember, well, she came and she went and she took it away. She came and she went and she took it away. Way back in history, even before time began, she always paralyzed me. She couldn't give no love to me. She couldn't give no love to me. Farmer needs rain. Farmer needs rain. Farmer needs rain. Farmer needs rain to grow. Way back in history, I can't even see the faces of those sweet pretenders, sly defenders. I remember, well, she came and she went and she took it away. She came and she went and she took it away. Way back in history, even when time began, she always paralyzed me. She couldn't give no love to me. She couldn't give no love to me. Farmer needs rain. Farmer needs rain. Farmer needs rain. Farmer needs rain to grow. Well, I know we can work it out. Well, I know I can work it out. Well, the farmer needs rain. Farmer needs rain. Farmer needs rain to make his heart grow. Farmer needs rain. Farmer needs rain. Farmer needs rain to make his heart grow. Whoa, 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 whoa. Make his heart grow. Whoa, 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 whoa. 'Cause when I see the rising sun, I'm gonna pack my bags and run. Can't you see what you have done? Midnight girl in a sunset town. Midnight girl in a sunset town. Midnight girl in a sunset town. Farmer need a rain. Farmer need a rain. Farmer need a rain. Farmer need a rain. And I can't go back, but I can go on, 'cause I'm holding back and I'm holding on. Farmer needs rain. 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 Way back in history, I can even see the faces of those street pretenders, sly defenders. I remember where she came and she went and she took it away. Thank you, Anthony DiCarlo. All right, Anthony, from Anthony DiCarlo to Anthony Abs, come on.
Thanks, man.
All righty.
Wicked tune, man. Wicked tune. They were just telling me that my Wi-Fi was kind of cutting in and out, so hopefully it's okay for this last one here. But yeah, so I just want to say thanks to everybody who watched tonight, who's been watching, because I have it on my phone here as well, kind of like just watching the stream, and I can see there's quite a few people been watching and commenting and stuff. That's wicked. So thanks, guys, for tuning in. I'm gonna do one more. So this one I wrote maybe a year ago or so, kind of just about like being in that part of your life where you just feel like you're not sure what you want to do, which way you want to go, and you just feel kind of lost maybe. And I feel like everybody's probably been there at some point in their life. And yeah, that's when I wrote about that. It's called Crossroad. And I swear it's not sad. Peace of mind. just don't know which way to go when I find myself standing at the crossroads. And I've got someone to share my life. My girl, she's beautiful and bright. But when I try to sleep at night, my mind is always running wild. Oh yeah. And I just don't know which way to go when I find myself standing at the crossroads. And I just don't know which way to go every time I'm standing at the crossroads. I just hope that when my life is through, I've done the things I was meant to do. And if all my hopes and dreams fall through, at least I spent my days with you. Alright. I just don't know which way to go when I find myself standing at the crossroads. I just don't know which way to go every time I'm standing at the crossroads. Whoa. All right, thank you guys so much for having me on tonight. I really appreciate it. I'm going to throw it over to Frankie P. One more time.
Abs, another killer tune, man.
Thanks,
Great
brother.
groove. Great groove.
Thanks,
Really, really awesome. That was awesome. Abs doing a great job, buddy. Loose Bats is the baby here yet? Frankie's the baby here yet? So long story short, really quickly, I told Dave when he asked me about doing this Songwriters Circle series, I didn't want to miss it. But I have a baby due in like 3 days. It's my third one, so we've kind of done the routine before. So there would have been a chance that I didn't make it tonight had the baby decided to come a couple days early. But the answer is no, Louie, and it will be here soon. We're expecting a little baby girl in the next couple days, so pretty excited about that. Pretty excited to meet the new little one. This last one here. First, I want to say Farmer Needs Rain. Raver, I just appreciate you throwing that in the set. Love that song so much. I remember the first time that, like I said, since we formed that bond with Raver, we've backed him up for a couple shows as his backing band for a few gigs that he did. And I remember there's this one gig that we were rehearsing for, and he shows up and he's like, we knew most of his repertoire from doing previous shows, but he said he comes up with this new song. He's like, yeah, there's this new one I might want to do from one of my old records, and he played it for me, and I was just like, that is the greatest thing I've ever heard you play. Anyway, so I fell in love with the tune. I've covered it. Love Farmer Needs Rain. It's such a cool tune. I think it's got so many different parts to it, great melodies. So I'm so happy you chose that song. I debated strongly whether to play this last song, which I'm gonna do, called "Empty Town," which is also from the Hearts and Sounds record. I was going to do a new song that I wrote just a couple days ago called "Delusional," but I opted to not include that one tonight. I'm gonna save that one for a better time, and I'm gonna do this one instead. So this is called "Empty Town." Thank you everyone for all the congratulations. We're praying and hoping for a safe delivery, and everything should be good. So thank you for all the congratulations. This is called "Empty Town." I wrote this song when I was feeling like I wanted to get out and break out of my proverbial musical shell, I guess you'll say. I was a young guy, and I had aspirations of writing and selling records, and having people buy my records and be a songwriter. And I had these dreams, these big dreams at this time. And not that I was looking at Niagara Falls, which is where I'm from, as an empty town, but I guess what the song is sort of talking about is that all people that end up finding success have to leave and try and do something somewhere else in order to to build yourself and to market yourself. And I just felt like I was at a standstill at the time. So I wrote this song pretty much about Niagara Falls and just about my life at the time, feeling like I had to do something, which I did. After writing the song, I ended up moving to New York, like I said, for a few months, and I brought some of my best friends with me, Anthony DiCarlo and Paul Gigliotti, and we had a great time there, played some shows, and it's just about getting out of town. So this is called Empty Town. Look what you've become. You should feel ashamed. And you think that you've lost touch of why you came. Wandering around this empty town, the faces, places, past have stayed the same. You're in it for something more. You're trying to make it happen. Your tables here will turn, because you always do. You'll find a way. You'll find a way. You've been down before, and furthermore, but you always get back up from off the floor, wandering around this empty town. I just can't wait around here anymore. You're in it for something more. You're trying to make it happen. You've only closed that door for another one to open. With everything you've learned, the sacrifices that you made, the tables here will turn. Because you always do, you'll find a way. Cause you're in it for something more. You're trying to make it happen. You've only closed that door for another one to open. With everything you've learned, the sacrifices that you made, the tables here will turn. Cause you always do, you'll find a way. You'll find a way. You'll find a way. Because you always do, you'll find a way. That's Empty Town. Raver, back to you. Let's see what you got for your last song, man.
Always one of my favorites.
I was trying to remember all the guitar riffs that came up. I was trying to play along, and I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
I have to hear that.
Yeah, excellent. Well, since the last tune, I guess, of the show, I always end off usually our shows, no matter where I am, with this song by Teenage Head. But before I go any further, what we got to do again? Did they get to hit this one to the stuntman?
Oh, we got to send out to the stuntman.
Send one to the stuntman. Yes, of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and but thank you, Dave Rotella, for including me. And I do feel like I'm with my Niagara Falls brothers here. Thank you, because I've played with all of these guys in the studio, recorded live. We've
all the above.
and in New York City, we hung out in New York City. We wrote on we slid on the G minor piano. Every song that we wrote ended up in G minor for some reason. It was that. And
you know why? Because we were at the Mercy. That's why.
Exactly. We were at the Mercy. But we had too much fun to count one. So we'll have to end off this song. Thank you again, everybody. Let's have some fun. Let's shake it now. Yeah. And before I go any further with the song, I'd like to send this one out to Bob Bendis, who I was talking about a little earlier. A Teenage Head fan, but better than that, he was a friend. And we were proud to be a friend of his. So we lost him to Parkinson. But we didn't really lose him. We gained an angel in the sky. So remember, donate, everybody, donate. Give me that opener, pass me that beer. Move your act on out of here. I guess you know that I need somebody. But you are just too young and lovely. So let's shake, ooh baby, let's shake. Come on, honey, let's shake. Move a little closer, let's shake, baby, till I'm gone now. You can't dance, keep a beat. It's just because you got two left feet. Don't make me run, honey. Don't make me blush. You're just that girl I need to touch. So let's shake. Ooh, baby, let's shake. Come on, everybody, let's shake. Move a little closer, let's shake. Baby, till I'm gone too. I want y'all watching this show to put your hands together right now and sing for the truth. Sing for the love. Sing for everyone out there who needs anybody now. Who needs everybody. We all need everybody together. Well, every time I see you dance, hey, where'd you get the great big pants? Just one ear, baby, just one eye, just one glance, and I could cry. So let's shake, ooh, baby, let's shake. Come on, Niagara Falls, come on, baby, let's shake. Come on, light of day, let's shake, baby, till I'm gone, yeah. Goodbye, a nice try. Goodbye. You got some guitar there, Anthony? On the guitar. You got it now. Let's shake. Ooh, baby, let's shake. Come on, baby, let's shake. Ooh, baby. baby, let's shake. Let's shake.
Wow. Man, that was fun. I was dancing in my little office here, Dave and Anthony. Good job. Great work. I'm going to bring everybody back on. What a show. Can I tell you something? I'm getting Facebook Messenger messages saying, wow, best show yet. Like, and we've had some damn good shows.
You betcha, baby. I've watched them.
Wow, you guys kicked ass tonight, man. I'm amazed at the talent here in Niagara Falls. Dave, I'm considering you a Niagara Falls guy.
I'm honored.
All right. I mean, I know you're from Hamilton, but the songwriting, the playing is just amazing. Anthony, great job on the guitar there, buddy. Solos were fantastic. Great work. No, you guys did good. Now, I know we don't have time, so next time we do this, Frankie's got a great tune he's going to play for us.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Yeah, so I got the,
I really debated whether or not I was going to do that one and make it the closer, but I'm going to save it for when the new Paulo DiCarlo record comes out. So
when Pierre's albums come out?
When Rogi Vachon releases his new record,
his new double record.
Oh my God! I just got a call from Sil Apps. He said to stop.
Well, actually, Rogi's going to get together with Gump Worsley, and they're going to
Gumper.
They're going to release a duo album. So.
Exactly.
I always thought Eddie Giacomin was a good singer.
Scotty Bowman will be producing it.
Dave, you're catching on right now. Dave.
Okay,
I love it.
I've got a lot of old goalies in my head. Listen, a few thank yous. First of all, to those that might have missed the beginning, I want to thank Anthony Abs for Abrascato for coming out and jumping in yesterday. Thank you, Anthony. You were fantastic. And stop making me cry with your songs. Holy jeez. I was tearing up all night.
Great
Anytime. Thank you guys so much for having me. It's an honor to be to play with you guys, man. That's for sure.
Well, thanks for picking it up on the last song. All right. I mean, even Jackson Browne has a few upbeat tunes, right?
Yeah, I know. I figured I'd end up with that one. That's why I wanted to switch my songs last minute, the order. I figured I'd have to, something fast.
And I want to thank Frankie P because he's got a baby coming, and I can only imagine the stress in that house right now because I've only done one, but I remember. So for you to do this, I really truly appreciate it.
Yeah, the wife is the proper adjectives I would say are irritable, frustrated, tired, and I'm just kind of tiptoeing around, just saying yes, yes,
yes.
Not
much you can do.
Well, where I'm at right now.
I wish you guys the best. Healthy baby.
Thank you, Davey.
A healthy mom. Hopefully everything goes fantastic. And you got another. Now. I was going to say another Penguin fan, but you're a Leaf fan, right?
I'm a Leaf fan. Well, I mean, I've always been partial to the Penguins. I have to say they've always been a team that I rooted. My Leafs are my Leafs, but because my cousin won a Stanley Cup with the Penguins.
One of my favorite goalies.
I watched them as a kid. So to Jamie and to Johnny, even though my Leafs are my Leafs, I'm always rooting for the Pens as well.
Yeah, and if any sports fans out there, while the guy that was working the comments, my son, he was also watching Game 3 of the Raptors, and I heard a
crazy finish. My phone's blowing up.
I heard a scream, and I'm like, "What the hell?" I took the headphones off. He goes, "We just hit a 3-pointer to win the game."
0.5 seconds.
Yes. 104, 103 with 0.5 seconds.
Oh my God, I was so
sweet.
We're back in it, baby. We're back in it.
So thanks to everybody that watched this and not the Raps, or you might have had it on a second screen. Dave Rave, I got to tell you, what an honor. I mean, I've been a fan. I love your music. You're a great guy with a big heart. You're salt of the earth, and just the fact that you hang out with those people. So I know if I don't know you that well, I do, because I know who you hang out with, right, and where you lay your hat. And I thank you for doing this. It's an honor.
Hey, I was lucky. Mark Rogers from LMT Connection brought me to this gang, because when I came to this, David, I was sort of down on music. Like I just been in 9/11. I've experienced that in New York City, and it took the bit out of you. Watching some buildings come down, and I came to Niagara Falls, and it re-nourished me. Honest to God, like seeing these guys play with the LMT boys and everybody, Nick and Serena. It really did. It gave me want to play music, and you have to be a fan to be a good musician, I think. So they made me fans of music again. It was beautiful. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. You guys have done great work. I mean, those albums I held up, it wasn't for a joke. I really enjoyed those CDs and all your music. You guys are great songwriters. I was amazed, seriously. I mean, I'm not just saying it because you're here, but we've had some great songwriters on the show, but I didn't realize how deep you guys get. And, the lyrics were fantastic. So thanks for coming out, guys. I really appreciate your time and all you guys have done for Light of Day over the years. Again, Frankie, good luck in the next couple of days.
Thanks, buddy.
You're not going to be getting much. You're not going to be getting much sleep. I want to thank Anthony DiCarlo as well. Anthony, I was scared at 5 days. I was scared at 7:59. I even put we're going to be 5 minutes late up, and then boom, you popped up on the screen. Now, before I go, go ahead, Anthony.
No. I've been up since 5 a.m., but I always show up.
Oh my God!
I pulled this off on these guys in New York City, halfway across. They didn't.
What does being up since 5 a.m. have to do with anything?
Oh no!
I got two kids inside. I don't know what you're trying to prove here.
10 years. So,
guy, honest to God, man.
But Anthony, I appreciate you letting us use your studio. It sounded fantastic there, the Mega Rock Academy. Now, before I get you guys out, we've never done this before. This is new to me. I've never had a special guest show up and just pop into the backstage area. He wasn't allowed, but he kept showing his little ticket there and said, "Oh, I can get in." And he got backstage somehow. So I'm gonna let him in, ladies and gentlemen, from the El Macambo, from the Cadillac Lounge, the legendary Sammy Grosso.
No, not Sammy.
Yeah.
Settle down. Settle down, boys.
We're gonna wake up his kids. We're gonna wake up his kids.
I believe in the promised land.
You guys mentioned some really good goalies there.
Oh yeah.
I got one amazing goalie.
Go ahead.
Red Light Rotella.
That was my dad. That was my dad's nickname. I will tell you something. I won an award with Frankie, Peter, Angelo. We were the two best goalies in the city one year. I got a picture. Now he went one way, I went another. But you did
go the other.
Yeah, I went the other. I thought you were going to say Tony Esposito.
That was fantastic, Dave.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to tell a story about the first time we met, which was probably maybe 24 years ago, when I was about 6. You were coming down to Kensington Market. You and Lorne Agnelli.
Yeah.
You were coming down, and for whatever reason, you were so excited to get out of the house and come to this little music venue in Kensington Market. And you came down the stairs, you broke your foot.
Of course. That's typical me.
And he still drove to Toronto and did the gig.
Yes.
Bobby Bond of rock and roll.
I am. But tell him why, though. What about the pizza?
Oh, we made some great pizza. And then I came to New York.
Yeah.
We hung out with John Wesley Harding.
Yes.
No.
Max Wine.
Really?
Yeah.
We went to this amazing show, Dave, at the Beacon Theater.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Wow.
It was unbelievable. And the highlight was Phoebe Snow doing Point Blank.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Right. It was crazy.
It was a highlight. It was unbelievable. But Dave introduced me to his favorite pizza guy in New York, Sal.
Yeah.
They know.
Sal.
And who did I say? Who did I tell? Where did I tell to go in Toronto? Who did I tell to go to Toronto? Your place? Which drummer? Max.
Max. You got to go. But Dave, you also did something very cool when I was in New York. You took me on a rock and roll tour of Manhattan.
You
showed me where Buddy Holly lived. You showed me some amazing places and obviously some great pizza, some great bars. Even this really cool rockabilly bar, which I can't remember the name of it. But you are, and then Teenage Head plays the last weekend at the Cadillac Lounge. It was unbelievable.
Yep, that's right.
I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you, all you guys, for great original music. It's beautiful. And keep on fighting the fight. We're going to come out of this, and we're going to have a huge party someday.
Sammy.
Well, hey, Sammy, since I got you on the line, I'm going to tell everybody about our new show. Sammy and I got a new show. It's called Songs and Stories. And unfortunately, my poor son has to be the guinea pig so we can test out this ticketing system. The poor guy, I always put him in it. So we got a new show. It's called Songs and Stories, and it starts September 11th. So that's coming up. You can go to viewstub.com/Evan Rotella to get tickets. Now, we're going to have a bunch of different artists come on. The second show is going to be Joe Durso. The reason we started with Evan is I'm nervous. I'm trying to figure it out. It's a new system. We'll be using StreamYard, but they're going to be ticketed events. Joe Durso's doing it. Jason Heath. Anybody here is interested, inbox me. I'd love to do a show with any of you guys. A full hour show. It'd be great. So, Sammy, I'm looking forward to that.
It's going to be very, very cool. So stay tuned, everyone.
And Sammy, thanks for peeking in. I appreciate it.
See you,
Sammy,
Sammy.
I love you, buddy.
Love you, buddy.
See you, big man.
Miss you.
I think he was having some technical difficulties, so I thought we get.
Hey, can I tell a quick little story, really quick?
Yes.
Quick, really super quick.
Are you gonna make another short story long?
Oh, here we go. So, you're listen for making people late. You're the last guy to talk. So anyway, really quickly, we got to meet Sammy through this whole crew that we're looking at right now. Played a couple shows at the Cadillac Lounge, and I remember one time Sammy was having a family party. I think it might have been a family birthday at the Cadillac Lounge, and I believe it was for his father. And Sammy, obviously, he's a good Italian boy, just like we all are. So Sammy came up to me with a weird request that I had never done before, and he's like, I want to hire a band to play at this party at my bar. But I know that your grandfather and your father play Italian music and play accordions, and do you think you can put something together where we would be able to do an Italian gig? And I'm like, wow, I don't know if I'd be able to do that. So sure enough, I got my grandfather and I got my father on board. I actually played bass for the night and got Brett Bendo, our drummer, to play drums, and we did a little Italian band throw together for Sammy's. I think it was Sammy's dad's birthday, and I have to say that it was one of the last times I ever got to play on a stage with my grandfather, because he's passed away now. And I look back at memories now that I spent with him, and I want to thank Sammy for giving me that opportunity to have that really, really awesome impromptu jam session with my father and my grandfather, and I'll never forget that day, man.
Well, somewhere I got that on videotape.
Oh, I got to get that off you, buddy. That was amazing. That was such an awesome day, man.
Listen, Sammy's out in Prince Edward County. They don't have good Wi-Fi out there, so he's way up there. So, but you guys have all played at the Cadillac, right?
Oh yeah,
several
times.
Favorite places, yeah.
What a venue, man.
I miss it so much.
Raver, did you ever play the El Macambo when he owned it?
Yes, not when he owned it, but many years. I was there when he owned it. Yeah, I was there when he owned it, but it was amazing. Yeah, he did a great job there.
I remember playing the Cadillac Lounge, and Daniel Lund, while walking in to catch up one of our sets, I don't even want to finish that sentence. I can imagine. I couldn't even believe what was happening. It was pretty surreal experience.
Well, you know what? It's we've talked about this before. I've talked about it with Jamie and Danny, Danny in the last show, and it's like family, light of day. But you guys have your own little family, your own little mini family, and it's great to see, that you guys are still together after all these years of playing music. I think you said that you're the last original member of the Mad Hatters.
Well, truth be told, the Mad Hatters formed in '96 in high school. I was in grade 9. Wow. And then it was with Mike Pavan and Mark Taddeo, and then Anthony DiCarlo joined shortly after. So he's not technically an original member, but it's close as you can probably get. But
second or third gig or something.
The story goes back 24 years, man. Just like you said, it's more than half my life ago, man.
And now Anthony Abs, you played in Heads Up Lincoln with Anthony, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, for probably like 6 years or so, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was probably about 5-6 years. Yeah,
until he started scamming hard, and then things changed a bit. So
I just remember you guys did a great job at Light of Day Heads Up Lincoln. Really enjoyed your stuff.
Yeah,
so. Well, guys, listen. I know some of you's got kids to take care of, and he gets up at 5 a.m, so he's got to get up
at
bed.
5. Yeah. Ab's got to set someone up beside the John. So
I do it tomorrow at 11, actually.
Yeah.
So Raver, when you're together, like, are you like referee, or do you join right in?
He's right in there, man.
I'm right in there like a dirty shirt.
He takes part.
Oh, man, yeah. How could you not?
I don't know.
He's like in there like Tiger Williams.
Oh. How about Dave Schultz?
I'm Yvonne Cornway at heart. You know that. No, I have too much fun with these guys. How could I not want to do it? It's fantastic.
Obviously. Yeah. Well, this was a fun show, and I'm still getting texts from people. Stu Gallardi said, "What an amazing show! Love the story." So
I guess, David, we should thank everybody who's listened to the show,
watching. Absolutely,
they're still watching. 2 hours later,
watching it. Thank you.
Absolutely, thanks, guys. You guys are awesome.
Okay, well, listen.
Thank you guys so much.
Good luck with everything going down the road. I just want to say one more time, congratulations on this. It's that's huge. The amount of money you raised and the job you're doing, and I think you said season 2 is coming up, right?
Yeah, without a start date quite yet, but we took I guess we can call it a baby break. So once things get back to normal in my life, I'll definitely do a season 2, and we'll be doing lots more for mental health and for charity. And
but you said
that'll happen soon.
You said you're having a girl, so that'll be 18 years from now.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
Good for you.
And now I gotta buy a shotgun. So
David, my brother's got one. Just ask him.
Yeah. David, one little final ad.
Yeah, sure.
What I think about these guys. When I said that I was going to be on the show, right away Anthony said to me, "Yeah, come right here and do it." Like it wasn't a doubt. Like he just said, "You're coming here and doing it." It's like that kind of friendship is fantastic, right? You know,
it is.
You've always done that for me, and all of you. So yeah, it makes it much fun, you know.
I will say the same thing. We've needed help from Anth in the past over the 12 years of doing Light of Day, and he's come up big with sound and mixed for us, and I really do appreciate it, Anthony.
No problem.
Everybody hands out props for different things, and sometimes the people that do a lot of the back, in behind the scenes stuff get left behind. But I do appreciate all you ever did for Light of Day.
I'm just as much as a music fan as everybody else. That's what it's all about. Thank you.
Yeah, well, you guys are great musicians, and I thank you. Have a great night. Go read the comments on the Light of Day Facebook page or over at Anthony's, because there were some cool comments, some great people watching, and I thank all of them for coming out. So good night, guys. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you guys so much. Take care.
Peace, guys. Thank you.
What a show. My God, what a show that was. These shows are so much fun. It's not work. It's actually like a night out for me. I mean, especially during COVID, right? Who has nights out? Although we're loosening up a little bit. Listen, thank you guys for watching. 3 great songwriters, fantastic people. Anthony helping out Dave Rave there. That was great. Our next show is going to be amazing as well. I got to tell you about Jake Thistle. Okay, this kid's 16 years old. He's from New Jersey. But when you see him play, you're going to think he's 40 and playing his 30 years of his whole life. He's phenomenal. He's friends and played with John Hyatt. He's friends with Ben Montench and Mike Campbell, and has played with the Heartbreakers. I mean, this guy has done it all, and he's 16. And if you watch his live streams, he gets like 700 people. It's incredible. I'm really blown away, and I can't wait to have Jake on and hear his actual originals, because he's a little bit like Frankie P. He can play anything. You ask him for a song, and the kid will knock it out on the piano or the guitar. So fantastic. And then Ryan Lund, another Niagara singer-songwriter who's dynamite. I'm really looking forward to hearing his stuff. I hear nothing but great things about him, and I've seen some of his YouTube stuff, and I love it. And he's a fan of my son, so I really appreciate what he's done for him. And my friend, one of my favorite songwriters, Mr. Ron LaSalle from Chicago/Niagara Falls, New York, is going to grace us with his amazing songwriting. I can't wait, Ronnie. I know John Navaroli's excited, and we're gonna get John on the show too. We've got Willie Nile coming up. We've got a few other really cool ideas, and we're hoping that we can piece episode 3 together soon and put it on the website so you can see who's coming up. Again, I thank all of these great artists for donating their time. Well, they get a little bit of money thanks to our sponsors, but it's not an awful lot. And I know they're going through a tough time. In fact, when you look at COVID and you look at all the people that have been hit, and there's been a lot. And some of us are back to work and doing our thing, and we've got a few extra bucks again. But musicians have they've been hit, and you can't get into theaters. You still can't get into restaurants. I mean, I know Evan was looking at doing a lot of the patio gigs. You can't, that's a different story. But all these folks that depend on that, depend on touring, depend on going to theaters. They're out that money. You don't make money on Spotify, so where do they get the money? Tip jars and doing these online shows. And Frankie, his isolation station just blew up. It was he figured that thing out right away and did a great job. But we're going to be putting together some ticketed shows as well, and I hope you guys can come out and support. You might not know the artist, but it's going to be $5, $10, $20 to see these shows. Now, I just watched John Hyatt. I spent $100. I'm a John Hyatt nut, and I spent $100 to get these tickets to watch him online 2 nights, last Monday and the Monday previous. And Frankie Spatz came over, and Louis came over, and Evan. We watched the show, and it was like watching a DVD. It was fantastic. He told stories. He could actually see us because it was like a Zoom concert, which is cool. And I know that StreamYard is working on that as well. So we're going to be doing these. Where did Sammy go? I don't know. We lost him. I was going to bring him back on. So we're going to be doing these shows, and the first one to test the ticketing system. Luckily, I have a musician for his son now. So he's kindly said yes. And the tickets are only $5. You can go to viewstub.com/Evan Rotella. The show after that on ViewStub will be 2 weeks after that. And it'll be Mr. Joe Durso. And he can tell stories. So that's going to be a very, very fun show. And Jason Heath and Jason Federici are going to be doing the show after that. So that would be volume 3, all the way from California. So I'm looking forward to all of this. This is fun. Again, we're trying to raise awareness and hopefully a few bucks for Light of Day Canada. Here's the donate link if you get a chance. We don't have a lot of opportunities to make money for the charity right now. I will tell you this. I haven't told a lot of people yet, not even the committee, but I'm looking at December for an online festival to do our Light of Day show. We're going to put together a great lineup. There's going to be videos. There's going to be special guests coming in to speak. And there's going to be performances, obviously. And hopefully we can raise a bunch of money because we were going to have Tim Hicks at the Meridian Center. And that would have been a home run, and we would have made a ton of cash. So Sammy's not on. I'm just looking down. I can't see his camera. So I wanted to bring him back on to talk about that. But look for that. A lot of great shows coming up. Like I said, our next show is Jake Thistle, Ron LaSalle, and Ryan Lund. You're going to not want to miss that. And hopefully we'll bring in some new Light of Day folks. And, if you get a chance, if you can just go over to Light of Day Canada and like our page and maybe, follow us and on Instagram and Twitter. And you can find out what's going on. And when big shows come up, you'll be the first to know. Also follow our artists. Go to their Instagram accounts. Go to their YouTube accounts and Facebook. And if they've got events coming up, pop over to see them. If you have to, throw a few dollars in their tip jar, it'd be great. So, folks, it's been fun. It's been a blast. It's amazing how 2 hours can fly by. It's only supposed to be an hour and 15-minute show, but when you got such great storytellers and songwriters. Sammy, you want to say goodbye? Sammy, you want to say goodbye? And now you got no volume. He's thank God he's handsome. There he is. Arrivederci. Sammy, I'm looking forward to doing that show with you, buddy.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. And you're doing an amazing job. I think all those late night shows, those guys better watch out. You're gonna take over. Jimmy Fallon has nothing on you.
Look at this set, Sam. Look at it.
Oh, dude.
I spent 4 weeks. My wife's mad that I built this in the house. She's like,
no. It's 100%. It's like professional.
Well, Sammy, thanks for popping in, buddy. That was fun. And say hi to the fam. You got a beautiful family, and we'll talk to you probably tomorrow. I talk to you every day. All right, man. Love you.
Take care.
All right, folks. So that's it. We're wrapping up episode 1, season 2. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Thanks very much. Love y'all. Be safe. Stay healthy. We're going to get out of this. And remember, we're just around the corner.